today for my demonstrative speech, I will be making homemade sugar cookies. Now, this recipe is really significant to me because my grandmother started it and she used to make it with my mom and my aunt when they were growing up. And now my brothers, cousin, and I make it still to this day. We used to make it for different holidays like Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Halloween, you name it. I'd love to keep this tradition going in the family, which is why I'm sharing with you guys today, and so I learned it for myself. So what you're gonna need for this recipe is 1 cup of sugar, 2 sticks of butter, 1 egg, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And now before I mix this, here's my audience. Okay, so in a large mixing bowl, you're gonna wanna cream the butter and the sugar. So that's pre-added. So you're gonna wanna spin the bowl around at least 10 times, roughly. So, and while I'm doing this, I'll share with you a couple of facts that I found about sugar cookies. So the first one comes from a website called Mobile Cuisine, and it says that the 9th of July is National Sugar Cookie Day. So that's about 10 times. And next you're going to want to add the egg, vanilla extract, and the flour. And mix those together again for about 10 times. And here's another fact that I found about sugar cookies. On the article, A Brief History of the Sugar Cookie, written by David Wahlberg, it said that back in the 18th century, the Dutch would leave the eggs completely out and base it on flour, sugar, and milk. The cookies were then baked hard for a long keeping. In fact, they were said to be better after they were aged in the cellar for around 6 months. Now, once that's all set, you're gonna notice that your dough is pretty crumbly, so in order to get it into that dough ball shape, you're gonna wanna take it and just press it all together for a little bit. So, you're gonna keep on doing this for a couple of minutes, and until it doesn't crumble a lot, and something like this. So you're gonna wanna chill it in the fridge for about an hour. And I already have one pre-made, just to make everything go a little bit faster and smoother. Now, take your rolling pin and you're gonna wanna just roll it about 1.5 inches thick. And you're gonna wanna take your desired shape, mine's a snowflake because of winter, and press it all the way through, making sure to take all the excess doughs off. And I already have one pre-pressed here, and you're gonna wanna set them apart about 1 to 2 inches, like this. So after that, you're gonna want to stick them in the oven at 350 for about 12 minutes. So like that. And I pre-made this as well. So this is what the finished product is after you have left them sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, just to give them a little color and a little bit of design on them, you're gonna want to make your own frosting, which is incredibly easy. All you need is powdered sugar and a little bit of water. You want to use less water to make it thicker, and you'll see why in just a moment. So I'm going to start with this one since it, in my opinion, looks the best. Just slowly start outlining the edge of the cookie. Excuse my shaky hands. Oh my god. Here we go. And this is why you wanted the frosting to be thicker, just so it didn't get all runny and leave a big huge mess for your parents or you to clean up, and just to make your design a lot neater, unlike mine at the moment. And that and last loop. So a little something like that. If you want to add something else to it, do simple like little dots on each snowflake petal, or whatever you call them, I don't know, legs, something like that. And these little holes here, this is a little snowflake press that I did just for experimentation. Filled up the little holes, some icing, give it a little bit more color. And the one in the middle. And your finished product's gonna look something like that, and you just gotta make sure you let it sit for 5-10 minutes just so you don't touch it accidentally and get it all sticky and all over the place. So these two are right here are ones that I already pre-made. This is what it's gonna look like after it's hardened, and tastes good in my opinion. Sorry. This is a family recipe that's passed down through the generations. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And I'm incredibly happy that I got to get the chance to share it with you all and put it out there and learn it for myself. Now, here's my audience once again. And thank you all for listening to my recipe.
Good job, Elle.
How much
Very
was
good.
that?